Elon Musk just hit the God mode button on his empire by merging SpaceX and xAI into a $1.25 trillion behemoth. If you thought your local data center was loud and hot, wait until you see one orbiting at 17,000 miles per hour. This isn't just a corporate reshuffle, it's a desperate play for the world's first trillion-dollar net worth. While earthbound AI companies are fighting over electrical grids and water rights, Elon is moving the entire brain of his operation into the cold, dark vacuum of space. Why? Because on Earth, training AI is becoming an environmental nightmare. A single 40-megawatt cluster can drink 1 million tons of water a year just to stay cool. But in orbit, you have passive radiative cooling, which is a fancy way of saying space is a giant icebox. Plus, you get 24/7 solar power without those pesky things like night or clouds getting in the way. Musk calls it a step toward becoming a Kardashev Type 2 civilization. Basically, humans becoming a solar power harvesting god species. But back on the ground, the math is even more interesting. xAI was burning through $1 billion a month, which is a lot of money even for a guy who buys social media platforms on a whim. By tucking xAI under the SpaceX wing, Musk can use those sweet Starlink profits to fund his AI addiction. SpaceX is already valued at $1 trillion, and they're eyeing a mid-2026 IPO. When that happens, Musk's 43% stake might finally push his personal net worth past the $1 trillion mark. But let's talk about the space cloud itself. The plan involves launching 1 million satellites that function as orbital data centers. Using Starship as a cosmic delivery truck, he can haul 200 tons of GPUs into orbit in a single go. Critics say this is a $5 trillion project that could bankrupt even the richest man on Earth. Analysts at Moffett-Nathanson estimate we'd need 9 Starship launches a day to keep this constellation alive. That's a lot of rocket fuel and a lot of potential space junk. But Nvidia is already in on the game, with startups like Starcloud already orbiting H100 chips. If Musk pulls this off, he won't just own the internet through Starlink, he'll own the intelligence layer on top of it. Imagine Grok training on real-time data from thousands of satellites without ever touching a terrestrial fiber optic cable. That's vertical integration on a planetary scale. Some see this merger as a SolarCity 2.0, a way to bail out a struggling company using his more successful one. But the market doesn't seem to care about the skeptics. His net worth jumped $84 billion the day the deal was confirmed. At this rate, the 1% will soon just be one guy in a leather jacket, tweeting about Mars. The technical hurdles are massive. Radiation degrades electronics, and maintenance in LEO is difficult. But with Starship making launch costs negligible, Musk is betting that brute force beats elegant engineering. If a satellite breaks, just deorbit it and launch 10 more. This merger signals the end of the Silicon Valley era and the start of the Orbit Valley era. Google and Microsoft are already panicking, trying to figure out how to put their own TPUs in the sky, but they don't have the rockets. This is why SpaceX is now officially the most valuable private company in history. By controlling the launch, the link, and the logic, Musk is building a monopoly that literally sits above the law. Regulatory capture is a lot easier when your servers are in international airspace, or, just outside the atmosphere entirely. So, is this the dawn of a new era of infinite compute, or just the world's most expensive ego trip? If you ask the fanboys, it's the first step to a multi-planetary future where AI runs the show. If you ask the accountants, it's a terrifying amount of debt and capital expenditure. But either way, the SpaceX AI entity is now the center of the tech universe. Expect to see the first dedicated AI satellites launching before the end of the year, and expect Elon to be counting his first trillion while the rest of us are still paying our electric bills. The race for the stars used to be about flags and footprints. Now, it's about flops and liquid-cooled server racks. Welcome to the future. It's fast, it's expensive, and it's very, very high up. Whether this merger succeeds or fails, it has permanently changed the trajectory of human technology. To the stars, or to the bank. Either way, Musk is getting there first. But let's be real, putting 1 million satellites in the sky isn't just about efficiency. It's about sovereignty, creating a digital nation-state that exists 300 miles above any government's jurisdiction. If the EU wants to regulate Grok, they'll have to send a diplomat to low Earth orbit. While Amazon's Project Kuiper is still struggling to get off the ground, SpaceX is already moving the goalposts. Jeff Bezos is playing checkers with delivery vans. Elon is playing 4D chess with H100s. The engineering challenge of space AI is basically trying to run a gaming PC inside a microwave. Cosmic rays love to flip bits in high-end silicon, which usually turns an AI into a gibbering mess. But xAI is reportedly working on radiation-hardened inference, which is nerd speak for making chips that don't die in the sun. If they crack that, the cost of intelligence drops to the price of a rocket launch. And since SpaceX owns the rockets, Their internal delivery cost is basically just the price of gas. By 2027, your AI assistant might literally be beaming down its thoughts from a cluster of starships. We're witnessing the birth of the first truly off-world corporation. History will look back at this merger as either the moment we secured the future of humanity, or the moment one man officially became more powerful than the planet he was born on. The sky isn't the limit anymore. It's just the new server room.